For the first time since Season 2, we are back at Phoenix International Raceway, or some of you may like to call ISM, or whatever it's been used in the past in the series, but we are back again since Season 2, since our last visit. The drivers have finally turned to the desert, and now we're about ready to set loose here for a crazy race that should happen here all together. Let's go down to your starting lineup. On the pole, Allison Rain, the 66, next to her, James Qualls. Third, Jessica Sheldon. Fourth, Ramian Fisher. Fifth, Alex Drayton. Sixth, Trent Dunham. Seventh, Nathan Hudson. Eighth, Kev Shearer. Ninth, Scott Roush, completing the top 10. Seth Cole. Here's the rest of your starting line from 11th and 12th on back. This is also the last race of the West Coast swing that will take place. And after that, who knows what'll happen. Should be a fun little showing all together, where the drivers are about ready to take loose here for what should be an unforgettable race altogether. On the final row, we have Zach Rogers and Cole Deaver. Hometown here for this race. He's driving that very special scheme there, Phoenix Raceway. RJ Bishop in the 98. The thing's now not wanting to work with me on the camera angles here because the cameramen are not doing who they are. So there we go. Now we got it set. So now let's get down to your points. Coming into this race, they are as follows. Cole Deaver having the point lead by 4 points over Quentin Moore. And then the next behind Quentin Moore, you got Brian James. And then there's a slather of drivers all around him. Scott Roush, Clint Spillman, a point behind him. And then you got James Ellison, a point behind them. And then you got Zach Flickinger, 2 points behind him, as well as Zach Rogers, tied with him. Then, got to go where it says Trent Dunham. Then Brett Pritchard, Seth Cole, Dylan Potee, then Sam Oskin. And then it's just Diego Yepes, all just by himself. So that's a look at the points coming into today's race. There's the command as follows. 35 laps of action for today's race. Should be a fun one altogether. All 42 cars rolling on off. Now this is the differently configured track, where normally it has the start on the normal traditional, not over there anymore. Instead, it's what would be Phoenix's turn 1 and 2, just after where the start-finish line is. Now, it is over in a different spot. So now they're off of turn 3 and 4, about ready to turn them loose. Green flag is out, and we are underway at Phoenix. Great start by Allison Rain in the 66, and these guys already wasting no time whatsoever, going 3 wide, coming off of turn 2. Wow, Alex Drayton literally shoved Ramian Fisher out of the way, and now Fisher getting kicked up to the high line. That's allowing Seth Cole and Trent Dunham to make their battles for position, and right now, they're at the top of the chasers, currently as we speak, and then Scott Roush just behind. And Hudson already down pit road. And that just jumbled up the field. Oh man, it's just 3x3 all around. And a problem for the 8 car of Nathan Hudson, who's got a coolie issue. Wow, Clint Spillman literally using the yellow line there. And oh, goodness me, they are about 5 wide coming off the corner. And they settled back out to 4 and now 3. No idea how they kept that one together, but wow, good thing we caught that one there. And Hudson, what a great qualifying effort, now already with an issue. Now, remember, as mentioned, he's going to be going to Xfinity next season. So that is at least a good sign. He's going back to his roots, but hopefully he gets his retribution. Meanwhile, Jessica Shelton has cleared Alex Drayton for that 2nd position. Qualls slots in a 4th, and the caution is out for the first time today here in ISM. It's run lap 5 at 35. Troubles for Benjamin Miles in the 62. Possibly, yep, John Art. Quentin Moore, second in the points. Oh, no, that's the last thing he needed. Sam Oskin with an issue. In car 63. Car coming down pit road. That's Keith Batson, the 39, and it's got a lot of front-end damage there. Looks like the back straight is where all the incident took place. Caution's out for the first time today. Let's go take a look at ourselves our first. Well, here's a look at ourselves our first caution here at Phoenix, and it's going to start with Benjamin Miles and Kyle Matthews there. They were nearly 5 wide, but then coming off the turn, they were 4 wide. And we're going to see it from the spectator camera angle here. You see they just squeezed together, and this was just like 2 separate incidents at one. And Benjamin Miles just whacked the inside wall. Both the DBI cars go around right there. In that scenario, Brett Pritchard had nowhere to go. There's Quentin Moore getting involved in the 89, going to the outside wall where Levi McIntyre is. And then Zach Flickinger had a little piece of it right there. There's Aaron Douglas, John Art, Zachary Fitzwater, Zach Rogers, Sky Commons, and Brett Pritchard all got stuck right within the mix. Rogers did get a small piece right there. You just saw it in that Monster Energy Ultra Paradise Dodge, so I don't know how much that's going to affect the car, but shouldn't be a whole lot. And you got to remember, that mainly started because of the 8 car coming down pit road. Let's see if we can find where Hudson's at there, unless he's already back on the course. There he is, because he came down pit road so sudden, so quick, and it jumbled everyone around the field where he was at. So, you know, everyone was still kind of in that pack, but at the end of the day, main people who got involved there were Benjamin Miles in the 62, Quentin Moore in the 89, Sam Oskin in the 63, and that's about it. And then Stu Chase has got very light damage after all that. Caution's out for the first time today here at Phoenix. Your leader right now, Allison Rain. Let's take it back to the green. Pace car's giving us the 1 lap to go. As we're about ready to go back to green flag racing at the line as the pace car's making a dive down pit road. Only one driver out of the race, that's Benjamin Miles in the 62. Nathan Hudson, 1 lap down after what happened with the pit road issue. He did get back on the course and almost got put 2 laps down, so he got very lucky. Top 10 rundown, go back to green flag racing. Be Allison Rain, Jessica Shelton, Alex Drayton, James Qualls, Trent Dunham, Kev Shearer, Ramey Fisher, Scott Roush, Dylan Potee, and Cody Lum. This is second place for top 10. Green flag back underway here at ISM Phoenix. Rain with a good jump right there. Takes the lead away there. I'm telling you, that's 66. That really good qualifying effort's going to really help her out altogether. Now, Hudson, remember, not off the pace, had to come down pit road, so literally there's a barrier between Jessica Shelton and Allison Rain, and that Kana-chan TV Chevrolet there for S3 Motorsports trying to do what you can to hunt down that 66. Battle behind. That's for top chase position there between Scott Roush and Trent Dunham. Side by side are the drivers there. Kev Shearer in the 68 right now, completing the top 5. Hard crash on the back straight. I heard someone smack the wall. Yellow is out. Yes, indeed, the case. Right now, it's Allison Rain's best friend, and oh, Moore just ran into Sam Oskin, and Jesse turned around to, so as an RJ Bishop is up and over in the 98. Hometown hero, upside down. John R. heavy front end damage for that Zaxby's Toyota. Baranowskis with damage. Cole Deaver, your points leader. Winner last week, and this week heavily damaged. Kyle Matthews, Zachary Fitzwater, Dylan Thoreau also involved. Clint Spillman with front-end damage. Also troubles for Zach Flickinger. He's got front-end damage. JT Bryant with damage. Unbelievable. Caution's out for the second time today here at ISM. Rain continues to lead. Let's take a look at ourselves, our second caution. Well, another turn 2 incident. See, it's kind of being one of the things right there. Driving the very high line is going to get a good run that has to check up into that area to not get into the wall there. JT Bryant had nowhere to go going into Jesse Turner in the 78. Then Connor Meyer nowhere to go, and then watch Ember Ross in the 77. The C's parted ways for her. But Kyle Matthews, Clint Spillman nowhere to go. JT Bryant almost got flipped right at that point in time. Dylan Thoreau, RJ Bishop, Jeffrey Finguy, Joshua Osborne. Alex Ferranti made it through there. There's Cole Deaver. He got jacked up. RJ had nowhere to go. Dylan Thoreau, Zach Rogers is mentioned there. Zachary Fitzwater, Brett Pritchard. Who's going to be the one that's going to flip over RJ Bishop? Is it going to be Fitzwater? Yes, it is. We have a McIntyre, Aaron Douglas, John Art. Baranowskis actually was on the brakes, and she actually, for the most part, I believe, got through the accident. You see RJ's upside-down Phoenix Raceway Mercedes is actually in front of Zach Rogers, Ultra Paradise. Oh, Commons and Baranowskis about had it made it through, and then I don't know what Commons was thinking. He definitely wasn't paying attention. He got a lot of rear-end damage for that. Jesse Turner ran to Aaron Douglas, and then Quentin Moore ran into Turner. Oskin also getting involved as well. So we're definitely going to have some chasers out of this one. Primarily going to be the fact of Quentin Moore, Sam and Oskin. Looking through, Cole Deaver, and that's probably it. I don't think Flickinger's going to be out of the race, but neither would Spillman. But yeah, good lick that took out some chasers right there. Probably a lot of drivers just not paying attention in general, trying to avoid that 6 car. The drivers in the rear that's just plowing in. Caution's out. Take it back to the green. Lights on top of the pace car, giving us the 1 lap to go. We're coming off of turn 1 and 2 out of the race. There's going to be quite a bunch who are joining Benjamin Miles. They include Jeffrey Finguy, RJ Bishop in his home race. Going to end up 40th. Sam and Oskin, he'll end up with 1 chase point. Quentin Moore, who'll end up with 2 chase points. Zach Rogers, I'm surprised he's out of the race. He only has 3 chase points after all that. John Art, Aaron Douglas, Cole Deaver is going to get 4 chase points. Dylan Thoreau and Kyle Matthews. All in all, 30 cars on the lead lap. 31 on the track as of what we speak. Green flag going to come underway. Top 10 run now. We go back to green flag racing. Is going to be Allison Rain, Jessica Sheldon, Alex Drayton, James Qualls, Kev Shearer, Scott Roush, Trent Dunham, Ramian Fisher, Dylan Potee, and Cody Lamas. Again, that completes the top 10. And Allison Rain, another fantastic start by that Crowley Food Chevrolet there. Almost couldn't speak, what's a nut. Alex Drayton, though, looking for second thanks to Nathan Hudson. Hudson knows he needs to get back on the lead lap and quickly, because once we get less than 10 to go there, if he doesn't get back on the lead lap, he won't be on the tail end of the pack, and that's going to really hurt. And speaking of chase battles, Trent Dunham once again trying to take that top chase spot from Scott Roush. That's perfect if you're named Dylan Potee. You're going to take full advantage right there. And he's trying to get around Ramian Fisher. Seth Cole trying to find a way that he can get underneath Cody Lamas and Angel Navarro, as too with Brian James. The battle for a chase spot that really needs a lot of help is Diego Yepes in the 59. He's trying to get around James Ellison in the 03. Looking at that chase battle right over here, though. That's basically around the second highest spot. But you see Seth Cole, Brian James. They know they got a lot to work with here. And now they're trying to work on Ramian Fisher in the 11. Trying to make a pass on there. I'll tell you what, the outside line's having a little bit of some momentum right there. That dog leg kind of not really helping out right there. And now here comes Dylan Potee looking for position. What a dive by the Great Clip Chevrolet on his own teammate there. But this is where that outside line does kind of kick into play there. Poteet's still working the inside line. He clears the second Chevrolet, and Poteet's now taking that second chase spot overall. So right now, Roush would have 14 chase points. Potee with 13, Dunham with 12. And then currently right now, Brian James with 11 as Fisher has tagged the wall with a little assist from Cody Lamas there. Now James trying to take full advantage there. Seth Cole getting a little high there off turn 4. And Phil Parker decides to go 3 wide for position. Now that's where that middle line's going to really kick in. Look at the move by Yepes getting around Phil Parker in the 15 and now trying to hunt down Ramian Fisher in the 11. Ellison definitely losing some bit of momentum right there. Drayton had the opportunity to catch up to Shelton, couldn't seem to do it. Shelton is cleared for second. And her sights are set right now trying to work with Nathan Hudson, but trying to hunt down Allison Rain in the 66. Spillman off the pace in the 24. It's got Connor Meyer and Joshua Osborne way off the pace as well. JT Bryant and Zachary Fitzwater also with a struggling day today. Not what they need all in all. Now the pack's going to be going single file. See Kev Shear trying to do what he can to hunt down Alex Drayton. You can see Kev, he's actually getting reeled in by James Qualls in the 70. That's for the 4th spot. Now James, he did not know whether or not what happened with Douglas was his fault or Aaron's, but when they looked at the replay, they definitely were going after the 36 there because of that sudden move there when he was at the top of the position. And he came down pit road, so Qualls got away right there on that one. He kept wondering when he looked at the replay what the heck even happened, and definitely one of the stranger incidents all in all is H. Navarro got around Trent Dunham for spot. You see Yepes is trying to do what he can to pass Phil Parker on the high line there. Remember, he got around Parker down the middle earlier, and now Parker saying, all right, you had your fun, I want my spot back. But Yepes is really giving an effort to fight, and now he's going to lose it off turn 3. Turn 3 definitely did not want to be on that high line there. That's where you lose some momentum. And you want to be on that inside line. And Shelton has about caught Nathan Hudson in car number 8. However, again as mentioned, Hudson's got to be kicking himself after everything that happened, but those cautions and wrecks have been absolutely saving him, as we are now at less than 10 laps to go for Allison Rain in car 66. You see, Drayton's trying to use that dog leg to try to help him out to get whatever he can to hunt down Shelton. And he actually is gaining some type of ground. Meanwhile, behind there, Scott Roush battling James Qualls for 5th. He knows that 31 is on the charge, and he knows with that chase battle there, he does not want to be dealing with that 31 because Potee has won a championship before in the past. He knows what it takes to win. You see that 60's kind of in a bit of that panic. He knows he's got to make his moves. Because that 31, you can see he is actually catching the 60. Real quick, fastest laps there. Allison Rain just too dominant today. Hudson actually is the 2nd fastest, which is absolutely mind-boggling there. But, man, I guarantee you, though, again, he's got to be kicking himself. He was in the top 10 earlier on, right before that happened, and then everything just went to south. So, tough break there for Nathan Hudson. As you can see, Shelton is losing a little more ground on that 66 car as the laps are ticking. Allison Rain has led every lap today. I can't even speak anymore. Every lap so far. As we are nearing 5 laps to go, you can see that lead has increased ever so more. Possibly, I don't want to be too entirely sure, she may catch Clint Spillman in the 24 car. Now, I don't know what will happen if she does, but if Rain catches Spillman on the high line coming off of the turns, this could help not only Nathan Hudson, but also Jessica Shelton in the process. 5 to go. Yeah, Shelton's losing more ground right there, and Hudson about the same. I don't know, man. Rain may catch that 24 car. Ever the slightest. Rain's last win came over at Thornton last year in that dramatic finish altogether. You know, I got to speak to Rain about that moment. She said it was probably one of the more crazier finishes ever remembered. Not just in NRSL history, but all in all, you know, NR related. You know, you think about, you know, some crazy finishes. That has to be up there at the top of the list for me of winning those races. It was a lot of, no way, how did it happen, and what? Unbelievable. Now Rain trying to win a dominating ISM race as the flagman is waving 3 for 3 laps to go right now. Yeah, it's definitely increased for sure, and Shelton is losing more ground the slightest there. I don't know, man. That distance between Rain and Spillman, you can see through that angle, though. That's 66 and 24 right there. Real quick on Scott Roush, Dylan Potee. Got around James Qualls, who lost ground and fell all the way to 8th. Potee and Navarro got around the 70. But I think it's safe to say, though, for the most part, Scott Roush may be the top chaser unless something drastically happens. Also, good days for Brian James and Seth Cole. They're having a really good day, as too is Diego Yepes. This is a run he desperately needs, especially with what happened to Cole Deaver and Quentin Moore. He needs every bit of this run he can. But white flag about ready to be displayed for Allison Rain in car 66. Yeah, they're not going to catch Spillman. I thought they were, but doesn't look like it. Allison Rain coming off of turns 1 and 2. Got to be a very big historical moment for car 66. Evans Gardner has won 6 races this year. 3 for Quentin Moore. 3 for Cole Deaver. You can add another one to the list. Coming off of turn 4, Allison Rain. She scores a win at ISM. Allison Rain gets the job done. And once again, proves she can still be such a valuable driver no matter where she's in what ride. And now, that's a big moment right there. This is also the first win for a car number of 66 to do so. Congratulations to Allison Rain on getting the job done. That is her 4th career win in the Universal Orlando Cup Series. And that's going to jump her up into the ranks of where Dylan Young, Chris Washer, Levi McIntyre, her teammate Zachary Fitzwater, Sky Commons, and Joshua Osborne, as too with Connor Meyer. All those drivers mentioned have gotten 4 wins in the series, and now Rain has joined the mix. Let's get your top 10 results of today's race here of the Fan Shield 500 here. Actually, let me see. Yeah, it was Fan Shield 500. Here's the top 10 here. Allison Rain getting the win. Jessica Shelton finishing 2nd. Just was not able to get anything on that 66, though. But still, we'll get a great run altogether. 2nd place. Alex Drayton will finish out the West Coast Swing, finishing P3. Kev Shearer in 4th. Scott Roush, top chaser, as mentioned before. He'll get 5th. 6th, Dylan Potee. 7th, Angel Navarro. 8th, James Qualls. 9th, Shred Dime. Putting in the top 10, Cody Lamas. So, not a bad day for those drivers mentioned. And, again, only 2 chasers, actually 3 chasers finished in the top 10. Kind of a odd look to say there. Rest of the field there, Brian James, Seth Cole, they'll get into the 11th and 12th positions respectively. Diego Yepes, 14th, James Ellis at 16th. So not a really terrible day for getting chase points, but after everything that happened to the other chasers, I guarantee that 0-3 team's going to be happy, as too with Diego Yepes. Brett Pritchard finished 19th, Zach Flickinger 20th. And then you look on down, those are the last chasers to finish the race all in all, because the others had issues like Clint Spillman. He finished 30th. He was actually the last chaser to finish all in all. And then he was the last car to finish the lead lap regardless. Hudson, 1 lap down, 31st. And then from the 2 incidences all together, all out of the race, 32nd on down. The biggest losers out of all that, Samet Oskin and Quentin Moore. Oskin, because it really hurt in the points. But Quentin Moore and Cole Deaver, those were the 2 that really got hurt the most. And, you know, they were at the top of the chain when it came to being in the points. And I just want to see real quick, because, again, yeah, they were in the top 2. The next highest chaser was actually Brian James in the, let me see, actually. Yeah, in the 94, Brian James would be the next highest chaser. And then, ironic enough, Scott Roush was the 1 point behind him. So, I I want to say we may have a new points leader, and I'm fairly certain it's going to be Scott Roush because Clint Spillman had struggled. And, again, as mentioned, the only driver ahead of Scott Roush he had to worry about was Brian James. So, interesting scenario altogether. Another driver who really needed a good run outside of Diego Yepes was Dylan Potee in car number 31. He's not had the best of chases so far, and this is a run he really needed for sure, and he is taking full advantage right there. That is a good points day altogether, so he definitely has gained some ground on Deaver and Moore, but how far will he still be behind to, like, say, Scott Roush in the 60? We'll find out when we get those points taken care of very, very short at the end of the video, like always. If you liked it, be sure to give a like, comment, thoughts, subscribe. Part of the NRSL, hit the subscribe button down below. You've been watching Production of the NRSL, where racing is living. Again, congrats one last time to Allison Rain on scoring her 4th career victory of all time of her career, and 1st of the season. Until then, this is your boy D Young signing off here from ISM. The West Coast swing, folks, is officially over. Next week, I'm going to see where we're actually going here. We're going to be heading over to a track that's also making its return to the NRSL, Bristol. But it won't be any ordinary Bristol. It'll be with some dirt. So this should be really, really fun to see how that's going to go. Until then, thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Points in the video, like always. Until then, goodbye, everybody.